Hello, you lot. It's a nice chilly day today. I've got me a cup of nice warm coffee here. Now we're going to have a look at, you probably gathered by the title of the video, what it's going to be about. And pretty unbelievable, really. Those of you that kind of know me from the other channel or whatever, know that I like to do a bit of rubbish picking. And I like to pick stuff up, you know, got a bit of rubbish picking, or what you can find along the side of the road, people throw out, or in a fly tipping or whatever. This wasn't from that. There's a bit of a story. I'll tell you the story first. If you don't want to hear the story, then by all means either skip ahead or go and cut yourself a piece of cheese and relax. And I'll make it as short as possible. So basically, I've had it a few days now and I haven't looked at it yet. I've left it as it is because I thought we could look at it together. I don't really know what I've got. Well, I do, but I don't. So I was out at the weekend. I took my trophy truck, the 4.6 HPI 4.6 trophy truck thing. Didn't have a camera. I was just out down the local car park for a bit of fun. I only had half an hour just to kill, so I thought, you know what? There we go. And this car park's got like an iron gate. It's like black with the bars, you know, the black bars. It goes around it. And I was just in my world of my own, you know, going around the car park. And all of a sudden, there's a bloke behind me, going like that, in between the bars, you know, he's like that. I looked around and I was like, huh, what, dude? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, I was just watching you go round. And this is a bloke probably about 50 years old. Well, he may have been 45 to 50, I suppose. You know, and then, so I you know, and he's like, I was just watching you go round and all that. Yeah, it brings back memories, you know. I started memories. He says, yeah, I had some of them when I was a bit younger, and my son had one as well. But he's moved to Australia now and all that. He's telling me this whole story about his son moved to Australia, took his one with him, and he's still got his car in his garage. You know, he's like, oh, it was a long time ago now. We're talking mid to late 90s. This is. I was like, oh, that's nice. And anyway, we had a bit of a long conversation. I went way over the half an hour. I was there for more, about an hour and a half I was there for. Just chatting to this bloke. And yeah, and he was like, I think I've still got it in the garage. I was like, oh, we should get it out one day, you know, have a go of it. You know, bring back some more memories or whatever. And he's like, nah, I'm too old for that now. And he says, are you going to be here for much longer? I said, oh, look, I was meant to be gone a long time ago, but, you know, I've been here longer than I was expecting to be, so yeah, I'll be here a bit longer now. I've missed whatever I was meant to be doing. I didn't have anything special to do. I just was going to go and service the van, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so he's like, alright, I'll be back in a minute. I didn't expect him to come back. I didn't really know what he was going to do. You know, I was still going round in circles, just enjoying myself going around the car park. And then his car pulls in, and it's him in the car, and he gets out, and he goes, come have a look at this. Opens up the boot, and there's this in there. Well, you're about to see what it is in a minute. And I was like, oh, that's, you know, that's an old one. You know, I think it's about year 2000. I think, not sure, 99, 2000. Like that. And he's like, yeah, I know, I bought it new and all this, blah blah blah. Meant to be one of the best ones then, and all this, blah blah blah. You know, had some good times and all that. And then, and I was like, yeah, well, I've got one of them. This to give you a clue. Those of you that watch me, you know now. I was like, yeah, I've got one, but it's a newer one. And he's like, oh, right. So, would you want this one to go with it? And I was like, nah, I haven't really got any money at the minute. And he was like, nah, don't worry about that. You can have it. I was like, oh, yeah? What? You don't want nothing for it? And he was like, no, it's just sitting in my garage, innit? It's not doing anything. It's just rotting away. I'm never going to get it out and use it. I could probably sell it, but I can't be bothered. So you might as well have it and put it with your one. Get it going again. He says he reckons it's got everything it needs to get going. I don't know what's in here, but we'll have a look. So there we go. Got myself a free nitro car. There is some nice people out there. So let's have a look at it, shall we? There we go. I put the camera up on there. Hopefully you'll better get a bit of an aerial shot. Look, he's giving me the box and everything. Look, I've still got the box for my Evo, my Rush Evo. So I've got like the old and the new now. So it comes in the box. It's the first Rush, the first HPI Rush. two-wheel drive stadium truck. You know, this was a pretty good car back in the day. It's got the oldest old T15 engine in it, which I think it's still got in it actually. I think. I haven't looked at it, honestly. He had it in the boot of his car, like that. He opened it up, and then he went, look, that's what I got. And then he was just talking about it, and I didn't do anything with it. I have no idea. I took it home, and it's sat here ever since. So let's have a look inside here. This is the original box. Oh, I do know, he showed me this. This is a shame. I wonder, I may be able to rescue it, but it's going to be a long shot. The shell. It's literally just, it was held together by stickers. So, I'm wondering if I can cable tie it. I might be able to put some cable ties, you know, like a cable tie through there. And I may be able to stick it back together with cable ties perhaps. I mean, I'd like to, because it would be nice to have the original shell with it. But, you know, hopefully I can fix it with cable ties. I've got also in here the spoiler, complete with the nuts, I mean the screws and the nuts. The original Rush spoiler. It seems we've got some HPI Racing kit and bits. Kits and bits. £5.99 this was back then. Whatever that's meant to be. It looks like a little spanner and some turnbuckles or something. Maybe it's for the suspension. For the steering, sorry, I mean. I don't know yet. I haven't looked. Don't know what's missing. Don't know what's not missing yet. Got the little back thing there. That's where the battery goes. To hold the battery. There's no battery holder. He's given me. This is apparently the transmitter that he used with it. It's not the end of the world, because I can always get a proper HPI transmitter. It should have one. It should have one like this. That's what it would have come with. I've got one. Obviously, I can just take the crystal out of here and put it in here, and it'll work. So I can always use this. I'm not going to use two cars in one go, am I? So having the wrong transmitter ain't a problem. I hate these transmitters. They're bad. These type of transmitters are okay. Pardon me, it smells. They're okay. It smells of old. You know how old when you put something in the garage for a long time it smells. These transmitters are okay for like diggers or aeroplanes and things, but for cars, not really my thing. So, you know, that's kind of alright, whatever. He's given me a glow starter charger. He wasn't sure what happened to the glow starter. So, I've just got another charger. Doesn't matter, I've got plenty of glow starters. Now, let's get on to the main thing. This is pretty cool. I do remember when I was younger and I bought the Rush that I've got, I wanted the yellow one, but they didn't make them anymore. They'd stopped making them, they're only making the Rush Evo. So now we've got ourselves the older one. And it seems not too bad. There's obviously a little bit of modifications gone on to the exhaust manifold. That'll hinder its running. The way that's kinked like that. I might have to try and get hold of a manifold. I don't know how I'm going to get parts for these now. If anyone's watching, you've got like the exhaust manifold and you want to sell it to me, let me know, because I'll buy it off you. I would like to get this running, not actually run it like hard. I'd just like to get it running and use it every now and again nicely. Oh. And a lot of compression there in that engine. Not a lot of compression in that engine at all. A lot of jellified nitro fuel in there. There's next to no compression in there. I wonder if that glow plug is done up. Yeah, it's done up. It might be an engine swap job if I can get it. Well, it won't be. It'd be pointless then. I'd like to get the original engine going, to tell you the truth, but. It's very clean in there anyway. The little piston's very clean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video cleaning this up. and trying to get it to run. Well, it might be a series of videos perhaps, who knows. What am I taking that out of there for? But it's not looking good for this little engine at the moment. There's no compression in there at all really, which is a very big shame, because it would have been nice. There is compression. I don't know how much compression these older engines had. It all seems to be alright though. I don't know if the servos or anything work. Have we got radio gear in it? Have we got radio gear intact? These are always a pain. Yes, we have. HPI. Doesn't look like, well, it may have had a failsafe on it in the past, but it ain't got a failsafe on it now, that's for sure. We've got a receiver. Has it got a crystal? Yep, it's got a crystal in it. A blue one. That's probably never been opened in the whole time that it's been alive. Doesn't look like it has. It's not really dirty in there anyway. Let's put that back. So that, you know, what else can we look at? That's pretty much it. It is a shame. I reckon that engine's had it, to tell you the truth. I reckon the compression's a bit at it, but the suspension's good. Shame about the shell. But I think what I'm going to try and do is, I may see if it runs. If it runs, brilliant. I don't reckon it's going to have a lot of power, but what I do need is a manifold. I am going to need a manifold for that. Look at that. It's had some. Well, they've just put a bit of rubber pipe on it for some reason. Is that even the original manifold coming out of the engine? I don't know. I don't know a lot about these older ones. If it's an Evo, a Rush Evo, you know, the newer one, I can tell you. But for these older ones, this older model, I don't really know what they had and what they. I'm going to have to look it up and see what we got. Yeah. So let's put it in handheld mode a minute so you can have a closer look. So then, there we go, my friends. This is what we got. 27255. I wonder if that's what it is. Blue. USA? USA 6? Nah, it can't be USA. We're not in America. Unless he brought it over from America. Oh, God knows what he's done with it. The old bloke. There's the box. Luckily, I've got a battery. I've got a battery, you know, box thing that you put the batteries in. So that's not a problem. I'll put that on there like that. That's sorted. Got everything for that. I've got the transmitter. I can use my own transmitter. That'll have to be all sorted out. We've got a split bit of pipe there. So that's going to have to be sorted out. But everything seems to be alright, apart from that engine. I'm not. I reckon that's had it. I wonder if we can get like little rebuild kits for these engines. I really don't know. We have to look into that. But there we go. We've got ourselves the first Rush. They're not the original wheels and tyres either. Well, they might be the original rims. Say HPI on them, but they're not the original tyres. Should have the little ones with the little crosses on, like that. So, but at some point he's put those on it for some reason. Maybe those cross ones wore out really quick, so he might have just put those on it. So I'm not going to spend a lot of money on this car, really. Because it's just, I don't need to, but it would be nice to get it going. So what I'm going to try and do is, I think I've already just said what I'm going to try and do. But before I try and get this engine running, I'm just going to have a look on the internet to see if you can get a manifold for that. Because if you can, that'll be good. And then I'll just make sure, see if this fires up. If it does fire up, I'll buy the manifold. And then that'll be that straightened up. I can't even put a manifold on it from the Rush Evo engine, the T15, the newer style. I like these older style ones with the square heatsink, the square head. Not a big fan of the screws will hold it down, mind you, because they always usually strip out. But I like the style of the squareness. You know, they're all round these days. They're very boring. They're not. I like the square ones. Very nice, nice and square. But yeah, hopefully that. Well, yeah. But you know, if anyone's got any parts for these, or if you've got the whole. Well, I don't want to spend too much money, but if you've got the whole lot and you want to get rid of it, let me know. Perhaps I'll buy it and have it as a parts car. Or if it's better than this one, I might use this one as a parts car. I don't know yet. I don't know. It was free after all, so whatever I do with it, it's not going to make much difference. I just don't want to put too much money into it, because I don't really need to, you know. But there we go, my friends. Just thought I'd show you that. There will be subsequent videos coming up looking at this and looking into it and possibly getting it going. If I come to the conclusion that you can't buy a manifold, I can't find a manifold, and this engine has no compression and it has had it, then I think I may use this as a parts car to get my Russia Evo up and running properly, because as far as I know, these are the same, pretty much the same sort of car. The only differences are, as far as I know, is the engine is different, and there may be little upgrades in other different places, but you know, in general they're the same car. I think they just upgraded the engine for the Rush Evo to the newer style T15. But there we go. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.